Hey guys, welcome back. It is your buddy Uncle Bruce here for the final hour of the day of the week. It is Friday, April the 8th, 2022, and we're into the final hour trading. Options expire shortly. We'll see how all of this closes out. The Dow is still positive. It's up 207, but it was higher. It looks like the Dow was up to 34,908. Right now she's at 34,791. So instead of 908, 791. So that's about, what are we now? 782, 18, and 108. So 126 points below the top number of the day. That was set around noon today, Eastern time. Right now it's 3 Eastern. So we've backed off a bit. We had a little recovery. Now we're backing off a little more. Right now, 202 points on the upside for the Dow Jones. Over on the other indexes, the S&P 500 is negative 0.73, and the NASDAQ is down 133, and it's been down all day. And I kind of wonder, as we are grinding along here, the NASDAQ might win out. Will it force the Dow back, or can the Dow force the other two higher? Or are we just going to have a standoff here because we do not have a uniform market at the moment? It is mixed, and it's two different directions. Oil is up $2.17 to 98.19. Has not been over 100 a barrel now for a couple of days, and that's an interesting sign with all of what's going on out there. We'll watch for that. On Gamestop, we're at 149.59. We're down 41 cents. The high of the day today looks like it did break the 150 barrier. 150.71 was just a momentary 5-minute time frame that the stock held 150. But that was it. It couldn't do it. It's been under 150 since. Question here is, we are not breaking down either. We're sitting around 148.5 to 149.5, and the stock is not giving back any of these gains. Not that it's had an up day. It's down 63 cents here. It's just negative slightly. So we're not getting a real negative hit here today. We had the low today of 142.03 for a few minutes, but we've been back up here now for hours, between 148.5 and 150. Like 3 hours we've been up here, 3.5. Got me wondering, just why won't the stock weaken out? There isn't any volume, I'll tell you that. It's not like zillions are trading. 2 million traded. 2 million and 20,000 is all that's gone through. This is very light. Normally, this kind of light volume, stock would go down. Kind of wonder if there's a certain group of people who don't want it to go over 150, certain group of people who would like it to go over 150, but there's no battle on the streets here with millions of shares each direction, one holding it down, one trying to move it up. There's no battle. It's a very quiet, small little range. Kind of weird. Rather interesting to see. Sextera, 1264. It's down 55 cents today. It had a really good run yesterday. The talk is that this company is a possible takeover target. No evidence of anything at the moment, and the stock has not reacted in a positive way today. It was flat around the 13 mark for about 3 hours today, but then it gave it up just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. She dropped off about 25 more cents. Traded 477,000 shares today, 1.2 million yesterday. So we're not getting additional volume beyond yesterday's. We're a third at the moment of yesterday's volume, and the stock is off a bit. Rocket Lab, 781 is the current price, down 12 cents. We haven't had much of a range on Rocket Lab between low and high. The low is 767, just about 10 o'clock this morning, half an hour into the market. Then the high today was probably an hour later, 801. But that's only 34 cents. And here we are at 782, down 11. The volume of 2.2 million. So it's not much of a day going on here. The stock was positive for about an hour and a half, but it couldn't hold it. SoFi, 798 a share. The low today, 778. The high, 810. 32-cent range. That's all we've had on SoFi today. The same thing as Matterport. The first 30 minutes, it went straight down to 778. And then by about 1 in the afternoon today, it got up to 810, but couldn't hold it. Now we're at 797, down 15 cents on 31 million. Yesterday, we did 110 million. So It is a quiet Friday for SoFi today. 797 might close at 8. I don't know. GameStop, like I said earlier, 149.74 down 26. AMC 18.55 down $1.18. Now think about this: $1.18 loss on a $19 stock, and GameStop is down 26 cents, and it's a $150 stock. So GameStop is not doing what AMC is doing. AMC is plummeting, and GameStop is flatlining. So there's a total divergence going on here. People want to try to compare these two charts like they're identical, and not today. They're not in any way reflecting each other at all. We're about to go to 150 on GameStop, 149.95. It's trying to come back to 150. AMC now 18.59 on a volume of 36 million. The low of the day, 18.40. Matterport, $7.15, down 26 cents. Had its low of the day as also at 10 in the morning, down to 6.92. Rebounded to come back to 7.32. Right now, 7.15, 3.7 million volume. ME at 23andMe was at 10 in the morning at its low of the day of 328.5. Around 1 this afternoon, it reached its high of 344. So, 16 cents recovery. But right now we're 339. We're down 4 cents. There's nothing happening here. 1.6 million. Very quiet day on ME. Spire, 195 a share, down a penny. The stock was as low as 189 this morning. Topped out at 202, and there was a wall there. There's like a glass ceiling. You can't get over it. 2.5 hours, it wouldn't go over that price. It's now 195, down a penny, 400,000 volume here. That Highcroft Mining, that's the deal that AMC bought into, that gold mine, 211. It's up actually 11 cents on the day now. It was as low this morning as 183. Again, first 30 minutes, but it's recovered. 30 million volume versus 350 million last week's daily average. It was crazy last week. ATIP, there's a wall here. There's some kind of a force field that won't let it go above a certain price. This stock, it's amazing how this thing reacts. Today's range on ATIP, 3 cents. 179 for the low, 182 for the high, and 391,000 shares have traded in between that level. Right now it's 180.5, up a half a penny. That's what it is doing right now. ATIP. Over on SmartRent, we were as low as 451 this morning when I was telling you that this company, it was ridiculous that these shares were as low as they were. Some of you bought into this stock around 455, 460. It reached 501 just around about 11:30 today. It is right now 487.5, up 4.5 cents on 664,000. So some of you probably have 20, 30 cents a piece on this stuff, and I say, way to go. Hopefully it'll go higher. Wouldn't that be nice? Pfizer was down this morning, but is now higher by 12 cents to 55.28. Robinhood also has had an interesting day. It was as low as 11.06, about 11:30 this morning. It is now 11.43, 37-cent improvement. 21 million shares on Robinhood. This was $16 last week. Vanik Vectors is 585 to the downside at $247. Home Depot is up 850 and holding it all day. Just having no trouble holding this price all day long. By the way, GameStop is backed off. It's back to 149.02. It might have touched 150, but it couldn't break it by much. It's backed off a bit. We'll see if this is just a little pullback before another shot. IBM down 53 cents to 128. Microsoft is down 350 now at 297.88. It did reach 301, but now it's given up some ground. Apple is now back to 170.28. It topped out at 171.77, but I just get the impression that slowly but surely there may come a realization amongst Apple followers that they're not going to be able to hit the numbers that have been expected of them if this Shanghai problem persists and is as bad as people think it is. 25 million people shut in. There's all kinds of logistical problems, all kinds of factory shutdowns in China. I don't know how Apple is even at 170. I really don't know how they can hold it. Goldman, 321, up $7.65. We were at 308 yesterday afternoon. 321.80 right now on Goldman Sachs. If you were able to scoop up some cheap 250, 260 calls on Goldman, now you can look at writing poor man covered calls, maybe 325s, 330s. Great. This is fantastic. This is beautiful. Cisco is up 31 cents to 54.32. It's down 31 cents. Facebook down 8 cents. Amazon is down 54.85. Tesla's down 24.33. And Google is down 40. On the Tesla, they were at $1,100, those shares, earlier this week. They're now at 1,033, down 23.93 right now. Bed Bath & Beyond down 16 cents to 19.62. BlackBerry is up a nickel at 6.82. Royal Caribbean down 84 cents to 78.30. We got Target up $5. JP Morgan up $2.20. Costco down $6. Walmart up 98 cents. Nvidia down $10. American Airlines down 28 cents. And we've got Moderna up $1.71. So coming in now to the final 50 minutes, we're up 178 points. It's good, but it's not great. We were a lot stronger than this. We are negative 3.5 on the S&P, and we're down 145 on NASDAQ. And I kind of wonder, it's a 0.5 percentage point gain on the Dow, but it's a 1% drop on NASDAQ on these indexes. And I don't know if the Dow can hold the gain in the last 50 minutes. It might join these guys. I wonder. I wonder if it'll defy the gravitational forces here. 149.11 on GameStop. That's where we are right now, down just 89 cents. So welcome to the afternoon show. Bama Babe is saying, I wrote a Goldman Sachs 327.50 for 710 premium. I wrote into strength. Way to go. Goldman is now 321, and she's written a 327.5. Way to go. That's pretty good stuff, Mama Babe. I like that. What else is happening here? Only 2 million shares, really quiet on GameStop. That is right. That is right. It is dead quiet. What else is happening here? We were talking this morning about the idea of the very good idea of people who are now finding themselves at home because of circumstances. Their jobs now make them stay and work at home, or they want to stay and work at home. Where more and more people, we were hearing every month, 4 million have been resigning their jobs, quitting their jobs. And I think a high number of those folks are finding better gigs. A number of those folks are probably becoming self-employed as work for hire type people rather than employees of companies. Now, it could well be that a lot of companies are saying, look, we'd love to hire you, but we're not going to do that right now. We don't know how the business is going in the next 6 months, a year. We may need more people. We may need fewer people. We have to have the flexibility to bring people on or let people go. And so there could well be a number of companies saying, we're only going to offer 3 or 6 month contracts right now on a consulting basis. Now, some of you folks out there and people out there in general have decided that, well, if this is the way it's going to go, I'm not going to be an employee of a company for 6 months. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my own entity, my own corporate entity. And I'm only going to offer my services through a corporation, and the check can go to it. I'll open up a check account for that company, a checking account, bank account, and I will pay myself a salary from that entity. But I will now start to write off legitimate business expenses that I have, like part of my home costs, that's rent to the entity. Whether I'm renting or have a mortgage is irrelevant. I'm going to have the company pay some of the overhead from its gross revenue. I'm going to pay for the phone, and I'm going to pay for my internet, and I'm going to pay for part of my computer cost or whatever. If I buy particular items for the business, like a new office chair or a table, I'm going to write all that off, and I'm going to get an accountant who's going to help me set this up. and we'll set up the right structure to do this with. And some of you have figured out that an LLC or an S Corp is the way to do it. And you're finding that in some cases, some of you are finding out that by hiring yourself out as a corporation rather than you as an individual, you're getting more money, especially if you think about how, when you're over the years, you may have noticed from time to time that depending on where you work, you may have noticed from time to time that a staff member is on leave for a while. Maybe it's a maternity leave thing or whatever it is. And the firm brings in a temp. It's happened where, a firm lets somebody go and then they're looking to replace that person with another full-timer. But in the meantime, they bring in a temp agency to fill a slot. And then you find out through the grapevine, you find out that, geez, the full-timer that used to be there, they were getting like $14 an hour, and that this temp person, their firm is charging the company, $40 an hour, and the temp that's sitting there is getting $20 an hour for the week or two that they're hired here, and the company's paying like way more than double than it would normally pay for anyone else to be there. Well, all of a sudden, you guys are going, well, I'm a temp. I'm a temp through a company, and I'm going to hire myself out. I'm going to, find work for my temporary company at temp rates. And some of you are finding out that, gee, I used to get paid $44,000 a year at my office, and then all the deductions and everything else. I'm able to get my temp company hired for $90,000 a year equivalent. And the first $2,000 a month that my company makes are bills or expenses that it gets to write off that I couldn't write off as an individual person, and I'm only paying tax on the remainder. $7,500 a month coming in, $5,500 a month is actually taxable at a corporate rate, and that's before I pay myself. If I pay myself $2,000 a month, my company only clears $3,500 a month. And if I, pay my wife $1,500 a month for bookkeeping services and stuff, then my company only has $2,000 a month in net profit. Tax rate on a corporation of $2,000 a month profitability, that's very low. I mean, some corporations have no tax payable. Some have like a 10% tax. Wouldn't you like to pay 10% income tax instead of some of the rates you've paid over the years? Anyway, we talked about this morning, and we also talked about how a lot of you might well be setting up your trading accounts through an LLC or an S Corp and enhance revenue to your company by writing options. And from your accountant's perspective, they might say to you, this is the way to go because you've got varied income streams coming into this corporation. It's not like you in disguise trying to work for company X through a company. Now, you're dealing with maybe 2 or 3 clients through the year, and you're doing option writing and investing. There's various income streams coming in. This is a legitimate thing for a business to be into, and it's got legitimate write-offs. Interesting. That could be pretty good. Alrighty. Thank you all for being here. And let's see what's going on here. Rebel Bill is wondering, I have a $19.50 AMC call. How does the weekend and short week affect the theta for Monday? Well, we'll see how this works out. The stock down 120 right now to 1850. This 19.5 is out of the money. And so if you've written it, I'm not sure if I'm assuming you've written it, you're out of the money and you're looking good. This thing is going to really drop off in value. I wrote a Goldman Sachs at 327.50 for 710. Rode into strength. Oh yeah, we've already talked about that. Well done. And by the way, Goldman GameStop right now 149.68. Let's see. Options decay over 7 days, even though there are only 5 trading days. Decay should be faster on a 4-day week, I would say. They're going to really depreciate next week. Yeah, it may be lower by 20 to 40 cents, Rebel. There are only 4 trading days next week, but data affects the full week regardless of holidays. By the way, Malo's saying, I'm thumbs up number 59. Benway, I'm thumbs up 65. And thank you, everybody, for throwing thumbs ups our way and letting me know what number you are. White Feather, I sold 5 SoFi, January 23, 1250s the other day. I bought in I brought in enough cash to buy 75 more shares. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Right on. Scooping up cheap paper here. Beautifully done. Nicely done. Let's see. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for all the knowledge you've shared with us. You have changed our lives. Credit Wife says, well, you're more than welcome. My pleasure. Happy to help. And also thank you to some of my viewers who are commenting here. Some of these great members of the channel are also putting in their ideas as well to add to whatever thoughts I'm coming up with. Fabulous stuff. Up 209 on the Dow. GameStop 149.55. Yeah. Oh no. Bobby Atkinson, a Friday dad joke. I flew back from a ravioli convention. Boy, are these arms tired. Oh no. Nelson, good afternoon, Bagel family. Welcome, Nelson, to the show and the channel. Those of you who have hit the thumbs up button for us, thank you. We now are at 77 thumbs ups on this show already. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We got 40 minutes to go before we're done for the day and the week. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button for us, give us a bit more momentum. Got 181 of you here, so that's 110 of you haven't hit the thumbs up button. How dare you? Please help out. Steve Jackson, laughing out loud. Alberto, Bobby, love that. I'm stealing it. I'm going to steal that joke. 149.53 on GameStop. SoFi 795. Dow up 215. It's interesting. Now, I've been wondering, will the Dow bring the market up or will the market bring the Dow down? And right now the Dow is up 213 climbing. S&P is up 1.23 points. And NASDAQ is down 132. So Will Smith gets a 10-year ban from the Oscars over the Chris Rock slap. There you go. 10-year ban for what does that mean? He can't work for 10 years? That's not going to happen. He can't win an Oscar for 10 years? Okay, I guess. Anyway, that it is. I hit that thumbs up 3 times. Thank you, Albert. I appreciate that. You finished your morning show. I still haven't moved. Now we're here laughing out loud. Brian, Uncle Bruce, GameStop is getting sued by Boston Consulting Group. What are your thoughts on this? I believe it is for $32 million. Do you think this will have any play on the price? No, not even a penny a share. This news is old news. This has been out for a month. It has had no effect, will have no effect. It will take years to get through anywhere. It'll have no effect at all on any of us. Bobby, a few movies he was to be in canceled him. Oh, okay. Oh, there's that. Argent, come on, GameStop, only 50 cents to go green. It can move 50 cents in its sleep, thinks Argent. Mr. John, Uncle Bruce, what are your thoughts on the GameStop split? Well, I don't know what they are. None of us do. We don't know how many shares are going to be offered for the existing shareholders. Is this a 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1, 5-for-1, 8-for-1? They're talking about the idea of increasing the float from, 300 million to 1 billion shares. So that's a 3.3 time increase in the number of total shares outstanding. But that doesn't mean that they can't do a 5-for-1 split. They might propose that, but we have no idea. Until we know that and we know the record date and the and everything else, then we'll be able to do a countdown. But at the moment, I don't see a lot happening yet. John, I'm feeling canceled today. Drum Wolf, I'm going to quit my day job, buy all Uncle Bruce's failing SPACs, and pay $25 a month to use emojis. And then I'm going to pay Uncle Bruce $1,200 for his class, which I can see similar for free on YouTube. I am so excited. I think Drum Wolf is one of my biggest fans in a reverse kind of way. For whatever reason, Drum Wolf doesn't think it's a good idea to buy these SPACs at the lows. He'd rather wait for them to go up to 20, 30 bucks a piece and buy them up there. What can I say? And Drum Wolf just doesn't understand that, taking these classes could be the best thing ever to happen to him, because it's obvious that Drum Wolf needs all the help he can get, because he's hanging out here with us rather than being on his yacht where all the riches can be enjoyed, all the spoils of all of his incredible trades that he's probably had. He's just hanging out with us. I mean, something's wrong there. You might want to take my lessons, buddy. You probably need them. And maybe the problem is that the so-called free, what's I'm looking for, that so-called free video you've seen, or so-called claim to see, hasn't done you any good. You didn't make any dough. So maybe that's a problem. But one thing you're doing right is becoming a Gold Bagel member. That would be a smart move on your part, because you probably need those trade alerts that we do every morning before the 8:30 opening, or before I start my 8:30 show. And you could probably use the Wednesday night 8 o'clock primetime with Uncle Bruce show to help you out as well. But again, I'm just speculating what your situation is. If you're already a multi-millionaire because of all the great trades you've put together, and you've been able to figure out that there was going to be a war in Ukraine, and you figured out the Federal Reserve's moves, and you figured out inflation before anyone else did. You figured out the logistical supply chain problems that the world is suffering from. You figured all that out already. I say, way to go. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. And enjoy your riches, all the riches that you've piled up that you're obviously sitting on. But I gotta say, I'm a bit surprised you have time for us, being as busy as you are, with probably 5 or 10 advisors helping you manage your money and manage all your affairs. I mean, you must be up to here in all kinds of commitments. And I gotta think that as well as you're doing, you might want to check your closet, because those 5 tuxedos that you've been using the last few years, all those charity events you're going to, and those red carpet events with all those hot supermodels that you're taking with you, you may want to check your waistline on those pants, because you've eaten a lot of that nice fancy desserts and stuff. Because after all, when you're as rich as you are, you can afford the best. Maybe you drink a little too much champagne. Watch your liver. But pace yourself. It's not easy being rich. I know, I can imagine. But hey, appreciate you hanging around, and love all the encouragement. You're always welcome here if you become a member. Bobby, we live in a cancel culture. We should have thought about it. His BS. He deserves to be canceled out. I would feel that way if he went after a valid opponent. Now, I'm not sure who they're talking about, because I'm missing on the conversation here. Brian, I'm loving these SoFi prices. I have averaged down from $20 a share to $15 a share. If I get some more cash, I can probably get it down to 12 or less. Right on, buddy. That's it. 99 Nations is laughing here. Malo, and with that, we go into member-only mode. Thank you, Drum Wolf. Coyote, $25 is a lot of money to Drum Wolf. I'm sorry things are tight. I thought he was doing really well. Anyway, sarcasm. I get it. Sarcasm. Members only, please. Wavy, sorry for the lack of sight there, for your lack of sight, Drum Wolf. Says Nation. Alberto, I'll laugh loud. Get him, Uncle. Go get him. DH must be too busy beating his own drum, I suppose. Bobby. 99 Nation. Some people do need free info to get an idea, but Uncle Bruce can fill in all the gaps and the time spent. Thomas, good afternoon, Bruce. Do you have a time for a one-on-one this weekend? Yes, I do. I've got a couple openings. Send me an email at brucefarmer at hotmail.com, and I'll let you know what I got, and you can then book a slot. He's beating something all right, says Malo. The guy, no one has cared more about how I spend my money than broke gray YouTube accounts with no profile and pictures. H. Gregor, Uncle Bruce, roasting Drum Wolf. Silka, very few of those free vids give you the whole picture. Alberta, yeah, or whatever. Mr. Daddy, amen, good. Mallow, and he shall call it his wolf. Don't microwave cats. I've learned more from free Poor Man Covered Call YouTubes than I did from your class. I see value in having you in my life, but blind faith is not good for anybody investing. Well, there you go. is Mr. Dr. Daddy Do too. It's comical. Glenn Drumwolf invested everything he owned in Enron and Yahoo. Obama, Uncle Bruce, don't give Drumwolf the time of day. Credit Savage, happy Friday, Drumwolf Friday. Funny you mentioned quitting your day job because I did, and I've been selling covered calls on our SPACs and GameStop, caring for 3 kids, and I'm doing great. I was making money in Waikiki, drinking at the beach. He was talking to us every day, lining up at Starbucks, writing calls. It was great. Get him, Bruce. Ha ha, says friends. Go get him. Miraculous Drumwolf. I know a Wall Street bets crayon eater. When I see one, keep buying high, selling low. This is the way, buddy. Bradley Drumwolf can't handle the heat. Get out of the kitchen. Bobby weekend mode is activated. See y'all on Monday. Credit, please don't cancel Drumwolf, Uncle Bruce. Let him see us making money and doing our thing while he stews in his hatred. The day our SPACs take off, he's going to feel quite silly. Enjoy, brother, says Dr. 99 Nation. He was in search of a fugitive while beating his drum. John Drumwolf likes to play a little 5-on-1. Coyote, most people I see who hate the SPACs miss the boat. SoFi went from 10 to 26, Matterport 10 to 38. These guys bought at the top or never sold when they were 2, 3 times, 4 times their investment, or they're mad. Alberto, it's not Drumwolf, it's Dumbwolf. GameStop is dipping. Rob wants to know 148.63. I don't know. Don't microwave cast. There's a difference between that and what his comment was. Rob ending under 148. Where's that poll? I never did make a poll today. I got kind of lazy, I suppose. Maybe I'm tired. 148.75 on the GameStop right now, down $1.25. With the Dow up 243, S&P up 3.7, and the Nasdaq down 1.3, 130 points for Nasdaq. Oil's up 197 to $98, right on the nose. Okay. BZ is saying that Drumwolf eats his pizza with a fork. Credit Savage. Dumbwolf, welcome to the party, pal. Ho, ho, ho. John, so 10 ply, bud. I don't know what that means either. BZ, you take that back, JK. Oh my goodness, 148.50 on the GameStop. It's a little lower than the 149 range we read. I'm not seeing a huge pullback, but you never know. We got 28 minutes to go. See how it goes. 226 gain on the Dow. Sextera down 55. Rocket Lab down 12. SoFi 793 down 19. Oh man. 1834 on AMC down 139. Matterport 711 down 30. ME down 6.5 cents to 336. Spire is down a half a penny to 195.5. Headcraft Mining up a dime. ATIP 180 up a half a penny, and then Smart Rent up 5 cents to 488. We've got a 15-cent gain on Pfizer right now, and there it is. There it is. It's not exciting coming into the end here. It's just another day. There's down dips on a bunch of stocks. Yep. What can I say? It is what it is. Oil suffers second weekly fall after release of crude reserves. So the crude reserves were released last week by Biden. Oil went down last week. Oil is down this week. 98.07. Will oil now reach the low 90s next week? Will we go down another $4 or $5 a barrel? If that were to happen, would gasoline prices now definitely break that 5 to 4 to 3 level somewhere like that? Could that happen? We'll see if that gives or not. I don't know. Vernon is saying, I bought back my GameStop contracts back for $1 a contract today. Alberto, Uncle, you switched to members only. Damn it. I was hoping we could roast them a little longer. Miraculous, I hear the call. Verda, 99 Nation. Uncle, I think it's time we have you look into the bagel-shaped crystal ball. All right. Anyway, 148.89. We're really not giving up a lot of ground on that GameStop, are we? We really aren't. It's just kind of flatlining here. Under 150. Yep. It seems to be under 150 at this point. All right. Well, see what's going on. See what's going on. Oh, this weekend, what are Jen and I going to do? I got a couple of one-on-ones to worry about, but other than that, it's rest. It's rest and get some sleep. We got to get our tickets booked here for our flights coming up and get ready to head to Europe and take you with us. Looking forward to the trip and see how we can pull this one off. And then that'll take us to the middle of July, and then we're back here for summertime. And now we're scheming September 1 departure for Singapore and Bali, and then a month in Australia and a month in New Zealand. And I'm trying to figure out how to do live shows from there. So we got stuff to try to put together here. It's going to be quite busy after we get back from down under the end of November. Then we'll be here for a little bit, maybe a week, and then we're heading south to California. The nomad lifestyle continues on until next year, April, at this base. And I'm not sure what we do after that. We'll let you know when we know. That's unreal. Getting quite interesting and more exciting all the time. What will be with the Amsterdam thing? Yeah, looking forward to the Amsterdam thing. Probably going to be in a hotel for about 4 or 5 nights in Amsterdam, and I'll do my live shows from the hotel and hit the streets and see what's going on. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Credit says, hey, Uncle Bruce, what's up with that shirt you have on? It would be great if you did another promo like you did with the coffee mugs, but this time with the shirts like the one you have on, Alberto DQ, not fun unless he could reply. Yeah, there you go. 99 Nations, please host a show from the Rocket Labs. Peter Beck would probably say yes if you ask. Rocket Lab, where should I do that? Where do you want me to? Where am I going for that? Rocket Labs. 148.56 on the GameStop. Come on down, GameStop. Come on down. I don't know. Yeah, for me to do these kinds of things, what ends up happening is you guys, I'll do a promotion. You guys become gold members or something like that. And then I have to order the shirts from Redbubble myself, one by one. And it's rather pricey. And so there's the issue. Now, theoretically, I could get a bunch of these made in bulk and then have all of them sent to one address and then shipped out from there. But that now involves other people, other logistics, sizing. It's just impossible. It's so difficult. That's why I love Redbubble. I just put the order in. You put an order in for a Redbubble item, and it's made for you, customized, customized wherever you live. It's shipped probably relatively locally. It's great. I get a royalty on anything you acquire with these logos on it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for helping out. It makes a difference. What can I say? New Zealand, that's where Rocket Lab is. Oh, yeah, down in New Zealand way. You see, now there's something. Let's see. People are getting ready for the playoffs on hockey. What can I say? Yeah, maybe I should go and see Rocket Lab down in New Zealand. Get a tour and broadcast live from down there and show you guys the way. Who knows? What can I say? Could be a lot of fun. 187 is the upside right now on the Dow. As it's backed off a little, we're negative again on S&P, and we're down 155 on the NASDAQ. We're at 22 minutes to go. I was distracted looking at the time, looking at the quote, and then I got tongue-tied. Yeah, 22 minutes to go, and the market seems to be lower on NASDAQ, but not lower on, well, a little lower on the Dow, but not a lot lower on the Dow. That would be so boss, 99 is saying. That would be so boss if you went down to New Zealand and went and saw Rocket Lab. Wouldn't that be cool? The Canadian YouTuber coming all the way down to visit these guys. Maybe they give me a coffee mug. I don't think I'd have any room to carry it, though. I'd have to mail it to myself. That'll cost me $40. Maybe not a good idea. Maybe I'll get a pen. How about a pen? Or a Rocket Lab T-shirt that I'll wear under another shirt. I won't have to pack it because where am I going to pack it? No room. I don't know. Just wondering. 188 down drip on the Dow right now, or it's up 188 at the moment. 780 on Rocket Lab, 781 now. SoFi 790. GameStop 148.60, just the titch lower, just down to $1.40. AMC 1827. It is at the low of the day. This is the low of the day for AMC, down 145 a share on 38.8 million. It is getting hammered at the end of the week on AMC. A whole bunch of speculators are probably getting blown out. I don't know. Can't prove it, but I can feel it. Matterport 710 down 31. SoFi 791. GameStop 148.91. Just not. It's not participating like the sell-off with AMC. It's not going for the ride. In theory, because AMC is an $18 stock, and it's down almost $1.50 a share. That really would mean about a $9-10 drop on GameStop if you took the two stock values and matched them up. You got $148 GameStop and an $18 AMC. I mean, that one should be down 10 if the other one is down 150. There's no connection today here. But momentum matters. So we're talking about playoffs, I guess. They have been letting kids in to do their kid shows, so the bar for the Bagel Freak should work out. Scott, this guy's going to write off the whole plan because he can't pack a coffee mug. I'm not going there. I can't take home a coffee mug. I'm not going. I'm not even going to New Zealand. I'm just going to stay home. I can't bring home a coffee mug. I'm staying home. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce. If you went to Rocket Lab, you automatically would get that trip written off, and flight there and back, as well as the days you live. 4 hours, 1 minute is all you need. Do it Friday, right off Saturday, Sunday. How about that? Bradley, how does shorting work if you short a stock and it's $15 and then it goes to 10 and you shorted 100 shares? Do you get $500? Bradley, are you new to everything? Bradley, are you all right? Are you okay, Bradley? Is this a trick question? Michael, DQ, going to be square if something gets back into pre-trade to something. I don't have no idea what's going on here. There's codes going on that I'm not aware of this stuff. 148.71 on GameStop. We got 18 minutes to go, and it's all over for another week. The Dow is up 192, holding around this 200 level. S&P down 330, and NASDAQ down 155. There you go. What can I say, kids? I don't know. It is what it is. We're up 198 on the oil at 98.01, and it looks like we're kind of quiet. There's not a lot of action going on unless I'm missing something really obvious somewhere, but I don't see a lot happening here. Missile strike kills dozens fleeing Donbas train station in Ukraine, but the Russians are not. It's all fake news that the civilians getting killed. That's all fake news, Russia says. So, nothing to see here. Latest updates: the U.S. will reposition Patriot missile system to Slovakia. Man, oh man. Let's see. Oh, man, oh man. Jury acquits 2, deadlocks on 2 others accused of Whitmer plot. Oh, this is that governor of Michigan plot, right? The verdict left prosecutors with no convictions following a colorful trial. The defendants were angry with Democratic Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer's policies to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, according to the complaint. So 2 are found not guilty, and they're deadlocked on the other 2. Couldn't find them guilty. Isn't that something? And she's going to need protection for probably the rest of her life. Unbelievable. Let's see. Xi Jinping looked to ease China's zero COVID strategy until the highly contagious variant forced a return to strict lockdowns. He faces a dilemma other world leaders hope their countries never see again. The Omicron outbreak corners the Chinese leader. Wow. See what happens. All right. Mm, 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 mm. Starbucks hires new strategy chief as more baristas unionized. Unionized. Starbucks said it's bringing aboard a new senior executive specialized in worker relations as more baristas at the coffee chain's cafes this week voted to unionize. I think the genie is out of the bottle. Spirit to start talks with JetBlue over a $3.6 billion deal. Spirit said its board has not determined that JetBlue's offer is actually better than Frontier's offer and said there's no assurance that the discussions with JetBlue will lead to a deal. Okay. Interesting. Yep. Lots of different things happening over there. We've got the market right now, 228 gain on the Dow with 14 minutes to go. We have GameStop at 148.44. It's just a little tiny bit lower, but reluctantly giving up any ground right now. Volume at 148.20 just dropped 20 cents. Volume on GameStop 2.24 million. So only had a couple 100,000 trades since the beginning of the show. 40 minutes, not a lot going through here. 148.20 last trade on GameStop, but down $1.80 lower on the day. That's it right there. Hey, Uncle Bruce, could you do a show or two outside while abroad at cool scenic locations like the Roman Colosseum? In theory, I might be able to do a show on my phone, but I would need a strong Wi-Fi connection for a live video feed around the world. But I certainly can go to the Colosseum, video it, come on the air with you guys, pop up the video without sound, for instance, and do a voiceover with you. But I'll probably, most likely, when I go out to the UK, Amsterdam, throughout Switzerland, I'm going to be gathering up a lot of video and photos. And some of the photos I'll just pop up on this show that you'll see. But videos themselves will be custom made for the travel channel that I have, Traveling with Bruce channel. You'll be able to see the videos there about what's been going on, and the hotel we're in, and our amenities, and the area around our hotel, and whatever else we're doing. Yeah. Uncle Bruce, how does the Shanghai situation affect our SPACs? Just curious. JetBlue poised to pick up 150 Lilium jets too, apparently. Yeah, I don't know about the SoFi thing. The pandemic thing in Shanghai. It's a mess over there, and it is affecting a lot of. It's going to affect a lot of factories and a lot of companies, deliveries, parts, final assemblies, like Weber barbecues. They're made in China. All kinds of hand tools that Home Depot sells. A lot of, like, all the ceiling fans that Home Depot carries are practically all made in China at different factories. There's going to be all kinds of just screw ups, all kinds of delivery screw ups. I don't know how many appliances that are made over there are going to be in all kinds of problems. Car parts, so many components for automobiles from around the world are produced in China. Transmissions, air conditioning systems, dashboard systems, seats, steering wheels, cruise control systems, stereo system, the wiring, the wall. Oh my gosh, it's just going to be crazy. It's just going to be crazy. Yeah, a 99 nations or 220 apparently of those planes. Paul, understanding that our SPACs are risk assets, how does this hold up with possible recession in institutions reducing growth risk assets and moving into value assets? I don't know, John, Paul. I'm really not. I'm not too worried about our SPACs that we're following because really, maybe SoFi is institutionally held, but other than that, not a lot of our SPACs are held by institutions in a big way. So they're not going to dump this stock. They don't have it. SoFi isn't going to go lower; it's going to go higher because the future of SoFi is phenomenal, absolutely fantastic. We're down to 10 minutes, by the way, before we shut down. 167 is the uptick now on the Dow. Make it 147. The Dow is definitely backing off right now. S&P is dropping. It's down 975, and NASDAQ is down 183 points. The indexes are moving lower. The Dow just dropped another 18 points. It's now only up 129. So we're coming off on this market coming into the close. And look at your GameStop. It's finally dropping at the end of the day, 146.87. It has dumped off $3 a share in the last 5 minutes. So we're going lower over here. Folks, remember, we have CPI March 12th, and procrastinators will do taxes next week, so they may sell to get some dough to pay what they have left for their April 14 consumer sentiment preliminary spending numbers come out too. We're going to have all kinds of lousy news next week, possibly. We'll be watching all kinds of stuff. Very accurate as usual, Savage. There's so much going on. 146.78 on the GameStop now, down 322 on the day. Those of you who have written options even today, like our friends, you know who they are. Wavy Gravy and Ron. Is it Ron? I think Wavy Gravy and Ron. They wrote options today. Now these stocks are coming down. Interesting how these GameStop shares are backing up. 146.95 or so. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, we'll see how this all plays out. We have a lot to watch and lots to follow, of course. It never stops. 114.98 on the upside for the Dow. Now 129. So a little buy wave coming in. We've had some selling coming in on that Dow Jones. We were up over 220 points 10 minutes ago. So we're definitely backing off again. Down 14.5 on the S&P. That's a third of a percentage point. And NASDAQ down 196 now, 1.4% lower on the NASDAQ. We're backing up. Interestingly enough, 146.81 to 147 now on GameStop. SoFi 787, unfortunately. Rocket Lab 782. Matterport 707 down 34. ME 336 down 7. Spire down 2.5 cents to 193.5. ATIP down a penny, and SmartRent down 3.5 cents. ATIP is up a penny. SmartRent is up 3.5 cents as I'm desperate trying to stay awake after another long week. Pfizer up 6 cents to 55.22. It's giving up some of the gains. It was up to 55.58, just around 130. 55.58 now 55.22. It's given that all back, and it's threatening to go negative as the last 7 minutes are rolling along here on our day. The Dow now 139 point gain. S&P down 11. NASDAQ down 190. GameStop, 145.90 on GameStop, a $1 drop here, even maybe 120 drop again, down to 145.90. Coming back, it's coming back. Low of the day, 142, and we're at 145 right now. Will we hit a low of the day just before the final bell? 7 minutes, lots of time here for more negativity. Buying more SoFi, CB finally under 12, right on. The credit savage. Now you see why I sold cover calls last month on SoFi, even though it was only 9. I had a feeling these catalysts would affect us negatively. This is the way, waiting for Monday's pop to sell more covered calls. Yay. 99 is saying, me too, laughing out loud. And oh, sweet shallow 1150 call that just went to a few bucks to roll over, my fave. And we are now at 145.56 on GameStop. 145.56. Coming in with some selling here, $3.50 away from the low of the day. The high of the day, 150. We're backing off. Okay. Well, what can I tell you? 145.70. Interesting stuff. Okay. Dow's up 130. Just seems to have stopped going up. Wants to go. Seems to want to go lower. It just seems like it wants to go lower at the moment. We'll see. 145.50 to 145.62 on GameStop. Volume on GameStop now, 2.385 million. We've traded barely 360,000 shares since I started the show. We are down to 5 minutes on the day left to go as we're sitting at 145.66, 78, 88, somewhere in that range. Jumping around here in the 145 neighborhood now on GameStop. SoFi 788. Not a strong close at all, is it? Nope. The Dow now down, still down, still up, but it's now losing ground. It's up 126, but it's still giving up some points here. S&P is definitely dropping, 13 points on the down dip, 190 on NASDAQ. So there's still more selling pressure coming in at the moment on the market. All right. Very nice. I bought back most of my leaps for a 41% profit. I sense we'll start the week green and then decline as the short week goes on. It's a 4-day week. We're closed next Friday. I'm only on the air until Thursday. I'm going to be off the air Friday. Getting a little rest next week. Oh, man. Walt Disney World's latest attraction may appeal to its own workers. Affordable housing. There's a headline for you. Wow. Interesting stuff. 145.74 to 146.03 is the market now on GameStop. That seems to be where it is hanging around at the moment. And the Dow is up only 105 now. It just dropped off like 30 points in the last 5 minutes. We're down to 4 minutes to go. The S&P down now 15 points, and the NASDAQ approaching a 200-point drop. Hey, Zach is saying, Bruce, I'm thumbs up number 117, and thanks for another wild week. Thank you, buddy. Robert Z, letting GameStop options expire, 4 minutes to go, says Robert. 99 Nation, I feel that they have to shutter these rates in and more too, and they'll provide 4 solid dip events at least. It's discount town we arrived in, and there's no rush to buy these groceries. Paul, well, I'm not sure what the weather's like in Canada, but it's sunny and 85 degrees in Southern California. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. We hit 70 today here. It's very windy out, but we hit 70. Wavy Gravy Rob and my contracts are finally looking good. Well, they're only 79 cents in the money. So, yeah, you are looking good. Malo, I got 100 more SoFi at 787. Now I have 1,600 at 1489. Way to steal that stock, Malo. Way to take it away. I'm selling my house in Upper Marlboro. I'll be selling at the SoFi Pop on Monday, too. Wavy Gravy, we wrote at 915 and 965. It's sitting now at 735 on those contracts. Those suckers have dropped. I find it fascinating that when the rich corporations say affordable housing, because they will never tell you who can afford to laugh it out. It's like saying we make coming to Disneyland affordable, laughing out loud. Bradley, rating here in the UK and Cornwall, unfortunately. 99 Nations is laughing there. Gorgeous sunny day here, 70 for the high. That is the story here. 145.83 with 2 minutes to go on GameStop as the shares have been slipping back a little at a time. 117 is the gain on the Dow Jones. We're down 15 on S&P, and we're down 192 on NASDAQ. There you are. That's what we're seeing here. So what it's showing, that's what I heard. Okay. 145.92 on GameStop. ATIP up a half a penny. Smart Rent up a penny. Those are the only 2 greens. Highcroft Mining up 15 cents to 215. The Dow up 114, and that's all. Just 114 points for the Dow. 145.82 on GameStop in the last minute now. The last minute of the week. I got 100 so far yesterday. Way to go, guys. You're doing great. Have a great bagel weekend, everybody. Beautiful. I got 100 so far yesterday for 76. Dropped my average from 15 to 13.53 for a good 500 shares, says Zach. Well done, Zach. Nicely done. 99 Nation. Maybe they're going to cut and paste some math after hours. 146.25, 145.84 is the GameStop shares. 116 is the gain, and we are done. The bells are ringing here. Nice, Zach. We'll see you. Michael, got to run later, everybody. 99 Nation. See you, Bagel Heads. Not Larry. I missed the open. Titus. The bells have rung. BW, 100,000 plus. SoFi calls wiped off the face of the earth yet again this week. 250,000 slated for termination next week. Who keeps buying calls? Please just stop. Just buy the stock or you'll just lose. This is why you write options, because the option players want to hand it over. It's incredible how many billions of dollars a week evaporate into the hands of option writers. It's just a transfer of wealth. It's incredible. What can I say? Thumbs for Bruce, says Vernon Bradley. Have a good weekend, everybody. Credit Savage. I have a great weekend, simpletons. Hope you're all safe. Uncle Bruce, take care. And the best, Auntie Jen. You got it. Take care, buddy. Paul, have a great weekend, folks. Good luck next week. 4-day week next week. One last trade on GameStop showing 146.50 down 350 on the day today. AMC 1824 down 149. SoFi 787 down a quarter. Rocket Lab 780 down 13 cents. The Dow 139, a gain of 139, with the S&P down 11.5 and NASDAQ down 186. There's your final scoreboard kind of thing. The final results. Matterport 706 down 35, ME 336 down 7, Spire down 2 cents to 194. Highcroft Mining ended up gaining 16 cents to 216. ATIP up a half a penny to $180 pennies and a half a penny, $1.80 and a half. Smart Rent a 487 final trade, up 4 cents, and Pfizer up 7 cents, 55.23. Home Depot up 8.5. Smart Bannock is down $6. Robinhood down 83 cents. IBM down 82. Microsoft down 440. Apple down $2. Goldman Sachs up 750 to 321.68. Good day for Goldman. Cisco down 35. Facebook down 62. Amazon down 66. Tesla down $31. Google down $49. And there you have it. Nelson says, have a great weekend, folks. DQ. See you all, gang. You betcha, kids. Thank you so much for joining me this week and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I am buying SoFi April 23rd, $5 call options. Figure it's a good risk, says Ron. Splair, have an enjoyable and relaxed weekend, everybody. Nucio, have a great weekend, Uncle Bruce. And the crew, you got it. Everyone have a wonderful time this weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure you distance. And come and join me Monday, all ready to grow to make a whole bunch of money. Let's make a ton of money next week and keep this thing going. All right. All right, guys. I'm done too. I'm going to get some rest now. You all take care out there. We'll catch you on Monday. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a great weekend, Alberto. You as well, my friend. You take care of yourself and your family. And we'll see you all first thing Monday morning as we get going before the 8:30 show. Gowdy, thank you, pal. Aurora, take care. Ciao. Ron, you take care, man. You enjoy, my friend. All of you deserve a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you all so much. We'll talk to you later.